So we got Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2. As numbers learned in kindergarten might dictate, you might be thinking it's time for Pikmin 3. And that's what I also was thinking in 2012, but I was wrong. I swear to God, I've talked about the history of the Wii U so many times on this channel that they're gonna lock me up in a goddamn insane asylum. The Wii U released on November 18th in 2012. When people don't know your new console is a new console, it's a bit of a marketing disaster. In terms of the games, people always say this console had a horrible launch lineup, and it surely wasn't the best, but I don't agree with those saying it was abysmal or anything. One of the launch games was a scrappy little title known as Nintendo Land, a Nintendo-based theme park simulation that included many Nintendo properties, including ones no one cared about, like whatever this is. It's been over 10 years since I last played it, but I admittedly had a pretty good time with it. One of the theme parks in Nintendo Land was Pikmin Adventure. Now, does this count as a Pikmin game? I mean, I don't know, probably not, but we need content. You're welcome. And I'll say for the record, I'd like to do a full review of this game, but Wii U's are very expensive, so for now, this is all we got. Now, since I played this last, like 11 years ago, I'm going purely off of the visuals here. Sorry, but I thought that was better than not including them, period. Firstly is the biliest Bulborb. It is another Bulborb. I mean, we've come so far, but really we've achieved nothing. A tier. The bladed Beeb has a super interesting design. The googly eyes, the axe as his hands, and I kind of wish it made it over to an actual Pikmin game. A. Bombardier Beeb throws spike balls on his hands. Now that's metal. I mean, literally. A. Bulborbed. Basically just an Empress Bulblax, it seems like. I mean, he sure seems mad. I'd be too if I was trapped on a console that no one bought. B. The creepy Beeb. I don't know what's so creepy about this, but I stared into its soul and it died, so C tier. The Emperor Pinchapede sort of reminds me of the armored Maudad we would later see in Pikmin 3. Was this foreshadowing? Maybe, probably not. B tier. The Grand Bulboard, I'm also putting in B tier. I mean, I don't know what's so grand about it. I mean, I guess being green. Well, the green Bulborb isn't so grand, so there goes that theory. Also B. The Greater Studded Beeb. Wait, this is the same exact goddamn thing as the Bombardier Beeb. I guess it's just greater. So S tier. I mean, you earned it, buddy. You earned it. Largemouth Wallyhop. I mean, oh my God, that's just horrifying, honestly. Like, doesn't that make you want to curl up into a ball and just cry? D tier. Manita. Now, okay, you probably should make an argument that this shouldn't count as a character, but since her words do appear and she's the host, I'm including her on technicality. That being said, I can't help but feel bad for her. I mean, she had some potential as the host of the Wii U, but then Nintendo realized the Wii U sold 3 copies, and she had to fall victim to A tier for sympathy. Monochromatic Pinchapede. Also B. I mean, that at least would fit well on a Game Boy. The Telescoping Plum Hog. You know what? That's just cool. A tier. And the Translucent Wallyhop. I kind of like them more than the regular Wallyhop. I've always had a soft spot for the translucent designs, like those third-party controllers that appeared out of thin air during our childhoods that we always gave to our younger brothers. A tier. And finally, the Yellow Bulborb. Okay, funny enough, a Yellow Bulborb was actually in some demo footage for Pikmin 2, so maybe you can argue this is a throwback, but I'm sure it's just a goofy coincidence. Okay, I'll give them an A under the idea that this is some cheeky reference, but if it later comes out that this wasn't, we're moving him to C tier. Now, wasn't that cool? Doesn't that make you want to sit down and just play the Wii U? I can't say it and actually sound like I believe it at the same time.